People pleasing. Okay, what is going on, everybody? Gabriel Santos here. And in today's video, we're gonna talk about being a people pleaser and ideally how to lessen that and to remove it completely and be someone you've never been before, right? If you identify as a people pleaser. So, my name is Gabriel Santos. In this channel, we talk about all kinds of different things that people go through to break through, whether that's destructive habits, whether that's people pleasing, whether that's insecurity, anxiety. My goal is to help people shift that within themselves, and then obviously have a different experience of their life and change the results that they have in their life. So going back to people pleasing, a little background for me. I have a degree in psychology. I don't specifically have like training with people pleasing, but I used to be a people pleaser. I still have people pleasing tendencies, but I have also made some great growth and have shed a lot of onion layers, if you will, that was causing me to be a people pleaser. Okay, so with that said, take from this video what works for you, disregard what doesn't work. Okay, so in my experience, and I'm going to speak from my own experience primarily, I used to be hyper agreeable, meaning I had no opinion of my own. I would not stand up for my opinion or my point of view, and I was highly agreeable. Now, this served me in some ways and didn't serve me in another way, right? So that's one of the first things to consider, is that in some way your people-pleasing lifestyle serves you in some way, okay? And let's start there. So how it served me was, I would get a sense of certainty, right? That people wouldn't throw negative energy at me. I had certainty that I wouldn't get into some kind of confrontation. I had, again, a lot around certainty, right? A certainty of at least neutral to good vibes. And certain that kind of like my world would stay in good place, right? And so as I dug underneath the layers within, and I kind of knew this for a long time now, is that this is a habit I developed with the relationship with my dad early on, okay? Because basically what would happen is, as a young lad, whether it was true or not, when I agreed with him, things went well for me. When I disagreed with him, or if I went against his rules, or if I disobeyed him in some way, that was more uncertain and more risky for me, right? I could get in trouble, he could yell at me, and at worst, this is what he did. He would cold shoulder me, meaning he would ignore me, and basically not fucking talk to me. I'm talking about being less than 10 years old, guys, me, right? Cold shoulder, wouldn't talk to me, and basically would withhold all of his loving emotion and caring emotion until I apologized. Okay? So this is what I was conditioned as a kid, was that if I express disappointment, anger, frustration, being pissed off, being whiny, being unstable really, as a kid, right? That if I was being unstable emotionally, or even if I was just expressing myself, anger, sadness, whatever, my dad couldn't be with it, and so he would lash out at me in some kind of way. And fair enough, my dad's a person too, and things happen, right? Our parents are all people too. They're not perfect, so things happen, right? They're triggered human beings, so they're gonna get triggered when And so, long story short, I developed this operating system to keep myself safe, to keep myself emotionally and mentally safe. Because I wouldn't say that what my dad did was like child abuse, no, but it is a form of emotional abuse. It truly is. Because he is withholding his emotions in order to manipulate mine to then regulate himself. Meaning, as a kid, I was helping him self-regulate, right? By apologizing, by taking responsibility for his emotions. right? Oh, I did something wrong and he's mad. I need to apologize so he's not mad. When in reality, he could have reacted a different way. That's his issue, right? So going back to people pleasing. So my guess is that in terms of people pleasing, the reality is you won't say no when you want to say no, and you won't say yes when you want to say yes. Right? That's one of the biggest self-sacrifices, is you don't get what you want because you're more intent on pleasing someone else for whatever reason. And I'm guessing it is because you want their acceptance, you want their approval, you don't want to make them mad, you want to avoid confrontation, you feel like you're responsible for their emotions. Okay, so some of the tips that to take on. The first one is reflection. Okay, try and see if you can see a connection between your people-pleasing tendencies, your emotional insecurities, and your past. See if you can find some trends. Okay. Now, secondarily, let's say you're not interested in any of that bull, right? It's not bull, but let's say you're just not interested in any of that. Okay. Okay, so then you want to stop being a people pleaser. So then the real mission here is to start saying no when you want to say no. Okay? And maybe a perspective shift that you might have to take on is that other people can handle your no, and they can handle whatever emotions come with that no. Okay? And so, let's say, you don't want to disappoint anyone. So it's like, Gabe, come on, man, just come do this thing, dude. Come on. And, from a people pleaser perspective, it's like, oh, if I say no, what does that mean? If I say yes, what does that mean? Will I lose their friendship? And not only that, but it's like, a person can be so disempowered in their no or yes that they'll still be taken off of it, right, by the friends. So it's like, no, guys, really, no, I don't want to. And then the other guys, come on, Gabe, come. So it's like a part of not being a people pleaser anymore is being someone who's firm, being someone who can stand for their opinion and their perspective, right? And there's energy there, right? So there's a difference between no, I'm good versus like, no. And you might have to put down the no several times, right? But it's on you to hold down the no as well as holding down the yes. And so I would say part of this journey is for you to start honoring your truth, right? Honoring your yes and no. And then to learn through experience that, oh, not only do I get what I want and I don't get what I don't want, but it turns out people can actually handle that version of me, right? So it's like, man, I used to say yes to everything. And I would have 1,000 things on my plate. I would finish nothing. And I would do it mostly to look good, to, avoid confrontation, to all these different kinds of meanings. When in reality, the person getting most fucked in this situation is you. Because everyone else is getting what they want in your life. Because you're the one saying yes. You're the one that is getting shafted. But here's the thing. It's on you. And one of the false trade-offs that I would use as a people pleaser, and I think a lot of people use as people pleasers, is that they give, they support, they overextend themselves to their friends with the expectation that it's going to be returned by the friends, right? When I know a ton of people, myself included, that there are people in this world who will just take advantage of you if you give them the advantage. And that's the key, is you're giving them the advantage, okay? So it's all about knowing what you want. Okay, well, I want to have friends and family that align with my values, that will give to me even when I don't give to them. I want to be surrounded with people who raise me up energetically, right? Who give to me, who serve me. Not that they're my servants, but that their relationship has a purpose, a positive purpose. right? That's what I want. And so then you reverse engineer. Okay, you start to have a radar for people who are like that. And guess what? It's okay if you want to stop hanging out with people that you just don't vibe with anymore. That's okay. And in fact, that's on you. And I think the big shift for me, and props to you if you're still in this video, the big shift for me was no longer prioritizing safety through people pleasing. Okay, that got too painful. And so my priority now is to make sure that I'm good. To make sure that I'm good. Right? And if I'm not good, I know it's because of something I didn't do or did do. I said yes somewhere when I meant to say no. Right? Or I said no somewhere where I meant to say yes, right? So it's really, at the end of the day, it's all about being aligned with yourself and then chipping through all the bullshit that is running you from the inside. Right? Trauma, relationships with parents, old stories, emotions that don't serve you, right? Anyways, I know a little different topic for today. Hopefully this video was valuable for you. I know that in the beginning of my videos, I kind of like to share a little bit of my personal background and stuff. So hopefully that, I know some people really enjoy that, and some people are like, skip to 7:30, But anyways, appreciate you all. Go Dodgers. Let's go. Go happiness. Let's go. Anyways, thanks again. Appreciate you all. If you got to the end of this video, message me, email me, or DM me on Instagram. Say what's up. And if there is any way that I can support you on the side, I'd love to start that conversation. But yeah, until next video, I'll stay dope, stay positive, and give yourself some space to breathe. All right, see you on the next video. Peace.